Well, it is absolutely crazy down here. Having watched it a few times on YouTube just recently, it hasn't at all looked as if it's been that busy down here at the NEC in Birmingham, but it is absolutely jam-packed today. It is a Thursday and it's kind of, what is it now? It's about 12:30 or something like that, so I've obviously picked completely the wrong time to come down here. And the reason I've come here is to come to this place, which is Falcon Technologies, because I was watching a guy on YouTube called Alan Heath, and he was talking about a new camera system, which is this one here, which is pretty much a camera system that you literally magnetize to your van, and then it has a 7-inch screen which actually shows an HD 1080p feed, and it's got a bigger battery in, and it also does like a recording as well. If you put an SD card in, you can record the image on there, and it's exactly what I'm looking for, is a camera that easily goes on the back of my van. You just sort of like mount a metal plate there with some adhesive that comes in the kit, and then you can magnet the camera onto that. So that should go just on top of the new rack box that I've had fitted, which I'll show you in a separate video. So at the minute I'm in the process of setting up the camera, and that is it there. It is on charge, it has been fully charged up, and I'm going to show you where I'm putting it on the back of the van in just a minute. But basically, even though I'm kind of away from the monitor, that is the view of the van that you can see on the monitor. And of course, when the camera's on the back of the van, you'll see out of the back of the van. And I've got some video recording that I did on this that I'll take off. There's a little SD card in there. I'll get that out, stick it into the computer and pull those images off and put them in this video that you'll see in just a second. But now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do at the back of the van, where it's going to sit. So I have a couple of options as to where I could put it on the back of the van, and now I've got this APW rack fitted from a company called APW Motorsports in Barnsley. Fantastic company, go and see Andy there if you want the same thing. I will cover that in a separate video, and I might at some point get the left hand side one on as well for the spare wheel carrier, rather than the one that I got from the Transporter HQ. That's the one. So anyway, where am I going to put the camera? Could have put it there on the back of that box, but because it's an aluminium box for lightness, it doesn't stick on there. So where I'm going to actually put it is further up. Now, there are two ways of doing this. One is to actually magnet it to the van, which it does say that you can do if you've got a metallic van, and this one is. If you've got a caravan or a composite based vehicle, there's a separate base plate which I'll show you now. You get this option of this metal base plate and some sealant and sort of adhesive that allows you to glue this panel onto the van. Now, I might still end up doing that on a dry day just to give it an extra bit of support, because if the camera is going on a vertical position, then that lip there on the bottom of that base plate just stops it from sliding if you go over a bump or something. Because magnets are great, but you know, there is the possibility that it could slip. And if you've got a caravan or anything like sort of composite based material like it shows on the box there, you can fit that base plate first, leave it 24 hours to let the adhesive go off. I'd probably leave it a couple of days if I'm honest, particularly at this time of year when it's colder. And then the camera base will stick to that base plate. So that's the other option. So that's where I have mounted it, which is just above the rack, and that gives you plenty of room, as you can see there, to get a great view over the top of the box, the spare wheel and everything. And when I've got the bike trailer, motorbike trailer on the back, but at the minute, as you can see, it's just magneted to the van. and resting also on there, but I've also put a little Velcro strap on just in case, for any reason, touch wood it doesn't, but if it does in any way fall off, it's got a secondary little strap there to hold it on to that frame. And so just in terms of how I've got it connected, very easily, there's a USB port here that comes with this cable. The cable can run to a converter, which they also provide if you've not got a USB port handy. One of the things you can do is put it onto a mirror. Now with this van, it doesn't have a standard kind of rear view mirror here, and it also has these Remis blinds, so you couldn't put like a suction pad on the windscreen or anything like that. So what they do is provide, or you buy as an optional extra, that little metal bracket that you can kind of see here that the monitor clips onto with these spring-loaded clips, as if it was clipping onto a mirror. Now that's great, but the little plate that is at the bottom there isn't very wide, so with the weight of that mirror, that's screwed on, has a little sticky pad on, but it's not going to do anything. So what I did was got a piece of in this case it's bamboo. It's actually a bamboo chopping board that I think I got from somewhere like it's a set of 3 from Dunhelm or somewhere like that, or you know, one of those kind of range type stores maybe. And I used the smallest one of those 3, which sits just in there, screwed the plate onto the bracket onto the very end of that, and in the MAN van and VW Crafter it'll sit in this kind of middle slot, and then it just rests there at the front too, so it's kind of got support all round, and then it's just in a good place to see. Now from where you are in the driver's seat, which is kind of here, then it is a bit straight. It would be kind of nicer if it was at an angle, but I didn't want to interfere with these blinds because these Remis blinds need to close. So anyway, that's how it's mounted, that's how it's powered. There you go, garage door is there, which obviously isn't a great view, but you can get an idea of what you can see. Now I can tilt that camera down a little bit and secure it, but I just put it on temporarily to show you what it looks like. So yeah, we'll have another quick look now of what it looks like as we're driving along. And thanks for watching this video. Do take care. And I will see you soon in my next video. It could be covering the motorbike trailer, might be covering the box and rack system at the back. One of those 2 videos coming soon. Thanks for watching. Do take care. Bye bye for now.